Have you ever felt like your digestion just doesn't work the way it used to? Maybe your stomach feels heavy after a meal, or you find yourself running to the bathroom one day and feeling stuck the next. Or perhaps you're just tired of the constant bloating, gas, or sluggishness that seems to sneak up more and more as the years go by. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and the good news is, there's something surprisingly simple you can do to feel better. It starts with what's on your plate. Now you might have heard about the newest buzzword floating around in the wellness world, fibermaxxing. It might sound like another flashy trend, but it's really just a fancy way of saying, let's eat more fiber and do it right. But here's the thing, this isn't just about avoiding constipation. Fiber plays a powerful role in how we age. It affects everything from heart health and blood sugar levels to brain sharpness and energy. And after 60, our bodies respond differently to food, so adding the right kind of fiber in the right way can make a huge difference. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple gut-friendly habits to help you fibermax the smart way. These aren't complicated diet plans or trendy products, they're real, doable changes that can support your digestion and help you feel lighter, more energetic, and healthier every day. So let's ease into the first habit, which is actually one of the easiest places to start, your morning meal. There's a reason people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But after 60, what you eat for breakfast matters even more. If you're starting your day with white bread toast, sugary cereal, or just a cup of tea and a biscuit, your body isn't getting the fuel it truly needs. That kind of breakfast might taste comforting, but it burns out quickly, leaves your blood sugar crashing, and offers almost no real fiber to keep things moving. Instead, start your morning with foods that are naturally high in soluble fiber. These are the gentle kinds of fibers that absorb water and help soften stools, reduce cholesterol, and feed the healthy bacteria in your gut. Think warm oatmeal topped with a handful of berries, ground flax seeds, or a spoonful of chia pudding. You could even add a few chopped walnuts or almonds for some healthy fats and crunch. This kind of breakfast sets your digestion up for success, keeps you full longer, and stabilizes your energy throughout the morning. If you're not used to eating fiber in the morning, start slow. Maybe add just a teaspoon of ground flaxseed at first, or swap white toast for whole grain. Your gut will adjust, and over time, you'll likely notice your digestion getting smoother and more regular. Now, once your day is off to a good start, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: how often we include beans and lentils in our meals. If you grew up in a household where beans were seen as poor man's food, or something to only eat occasionally, it's time to rethink that. Because when it comes to gut health and aging, beans are pure gold. They're packed with fiber, especially the type that nourishes your gut microbiome, and they're rich in plant protein, which helps maintain muscle as we age. But more than that, they help balance blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and lower cholesterol, which becomes more important as we get older. Just half a cup of cooked lentils, chickpeas, or black beans added to a salad, soup, or side dish can do wonders for your gut. Some people worry that beans will cause gas, and it's true they can at first. But again, the key is to start small and work your way up. Rinse canned beans well to remove some of the compounds that cause bloating. You could start with just a couple tablespoons on your salad or blend it into a dip. Over time, your body adjusts and the bloating usually goes away. What you're left with is a gut that's happier, more regular, and more balanced. And there's something else beautiful about incorporating beans regularly. They're affordable, versatile, and incredibly satisfying. You don't need to make complicated recipes. A simple lentil soup, a scoop of hummus on crackers, or a bowl of rice and beans can be both nourishing and delicious. So far, we've talked about how to start your morning strong with fiber-rich breakfast foods, and how beans and lentils can be your gut's best friend as the day goes on. These small changes can have a big impact not just on your digestion, but on your overall health, They support heart function, balance hormones, and even help protect your brain as you age. Before we go further, let me just say this: you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. In fact, it's better if you don't. The goal is to make small, meaningful shifts you can stick with, because consistency is what creates real change. Maybe tomorrow morning, you swap out your toast for oats. Maybe this week, you add a side of lentils to your dinner. These little choices add up. They tell your body, hey, I care about you. I want you to thrive. And that's really what this is all about: not dieting, not deprivation, but caring for your body in a way that helps it serve you better longer. If you've made it this far, I hope you're already thinking about how you might make just one of these changes. And if you found any of this helpful, I'd be so grateful if you click that little subscribe button down below. It's a small thing, but it really helps this channel reach more people like you, people who are ready to feel better, live longer, and age with power and grace. Let's keep going. We've got more simple habits that can transform your gut health after 60, and the next one might surprise you. Now that you've got a strong start to your day and a new appreciation for the humble bean, let's keep the momentum going. Because while those first two habits lay the foundation, this next one is all about what you eat in between, and it might be something you haven't really thought about before. Let's talk about snacking. You see, many of us grew up in an era where snacks meant something sweet, crunchy, or out of a package maybe a few biscuits with tea, a slice of white bread with jam, or a handful of salted crackers while watching the evening news. But after 60, our bodies start to ask for something different. They still want comfort, yes, but they also need support, especially for digestion and energy. That's where fiber-rich snacking comes in. It's one of the easiest ways to boost your fiber intake without overhauling your meals. And it doesn't mean you need to munch on celery sticks all day, unless you love them, of course. Instead, think of this as a chance to nourish your body between meals. Keep your digestive system humming along, and avoid those late afternoon crashes that can sneak up on you. So what does that look like in real life? Imagine you're watching your favorite afternoon program, and instead of reaching for cookies, you grab a small bowl of mixed nuts, almonds, walnuts, maybe a few sunflower seeds. These are not only high in fiber, but also packed with healthy fats that support brain and heart health. Or maybe you slice up an apple and dip it in a bit of peanut butter. You get crunch, sweetness, protein, and fiber all in one satisfying bite. If you're more in the mood for something savory, how about hummus with carrot sticks or whole grain crackers? Or a cup of plain yogurt topped with flaxseed and blueberries? These kinds of snacks won't just satisfy your hunger. They'll help regulate your blood sugar, prevent overeating at meals, and keep your digestion steady throughout the day. Now I know some people worry about eating too much. But the beauty of fiber-rich snacks is that they actually help you feel full and satisfied without overloading your system. They give your body what it needs, not just what it craves. And that leads us naturally into the next habit, because none of this fiber talk means much if we're not pairing it with one very important thing. And no, it's not another food, it's water. Here's the truth. If you're eating more fiber but not drinking enough fluids, you might actually feel worse at first. You could feel bloated, sluggish, or even more constipated than before. That's because fiber, especially the kind that helps move things through your digestive tract, needs water to do its job. Think of fiber like a sponge. It soaks up water and creates bulk in your gut, which helps everything move smoothly. But if you don't have enough water in your system, that sponge just sits there, dry and stuck. That's when you get that heavy, backed up feeling. Nobody wants that. So how much water do you really need? For most people, a good goal is 6 to 8 cups of fluids a day. But that doesn't mean you have to chug plain water all the time. Herbal teas, broth-based soups, and even water-rich fruits and vegetables count toward your daily intake. What matters is consistency. If you're someone who forgets to drink water during the day, here's a little trick. Keep a glass or bottle near where you sit most often. Whether that's next to your recliner, at your kitchen table, or by the TV remote, if it's visible, you're more likely to remember. You could even make a habit of sipping a glass of warm water first thing in the morning before your tea or coffee. It gently wakes up your system and helps flush out toxins from the night. And here's another bonus. Staying well hydrated doesn't just help your digestion, it can also support your memory, reduce joint pain, and improve your mood. That's a lot of benefits from something as simple as drinking water, right? So now, with fiber-rich meals, smarter snacking, and steady hydration, you're building a routine that supports your health from the inside out. And remember, you don't have to do all of this perfectly. Maybe you start with one new snack idea this week. Maybe you fill a water bottle and take it on your daily walk. These aren't drastic changes. They're gentle shifts that can make a lasting impact. You might even notice that you start feeling lighter, not just physically, but emotionally too. When your body is functioning better, when your digestion feels smooth and your energy feels stable, it changes the way you approach your day. Feel more in control, more comfortable, and more capable. And that sense of strength, that's what we're really after. So as you think about your next meal or your next trip to the grocery store, try to keep these ideas in mind. Look for ways to add just a bit more fiber. Reach for the apple instead of the biscuit. Add beans to that stew. Drink that extra glass of water. You're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your future. And hey, if this video has inspired you even a little bit, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. This channel is here for you to support your health, your happiness, and your independence at every stage of life. And when you subscribe, you help grow a community of people just like you, people who aren't slowing down, but stepping into this chapter with strength and intention. Let's keep moving forward, because there's still one more habit to talk about, and it might be the most important one yet. You've made it this far, and that already says a lot about your commitment to feeling better and living stronger in your golden years. We've talked about how to start your day with fiber-rich meals, how to include beans and lentils without fear, how to snack smarter, and the importance of staying hydrated. But there's still one more habit to talk about. And this one ties everything together. Let's talk about your relationship with grains. Now I know grains can be a bit of a touchy subject these days. Some people say to cut them out completely. Others swear by them. But here's the truth. Not all grains are created equal, and if you choose the right ones, especially after 60, they can be one of the best ways to support gut health, energy, and even your heart. The key is to move away from refined grains and toward whole grains. Refined grains, things like white bread, white rice, or traditional pasta, have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing. They digest quickly, spike your blood sugar, and leave you feeling hungry again soon after. And over time, that kind of pattern doesn't just affect your weight, it affects your energy, your digestion, and even your risk for diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Whole grains, on the other hand, are rich in natural fiber and nutrients. They digest more slowly, give you long-lasting energy, and help keep your gut bacteria happy. And that gut bacteria? They're more powerful than you think. They play a role in how you digest food, how you fight off illness, and even how your brain functions. The healthier your gut, the better your body runs overall. So what are some simple swaps you can make today? Try switching from white rice to brown rice or quinoa. Instead of white sandwich bread, go for a whole grain version, something with visible seeds or grains in the slice. If you enjoy pasta, try whole wheat or legume-based options that offer a fiber boost. Even something as comforting as porridge can be upgraded. Steel-cut oats are less processed and contain more fiber than instant ones. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to give up your favorite foods entirely. You're just choosing better versions of them. That's what fibermaxxing is really all about, not following strict rules, but choosing the foods that help your body thrive. Maybe you're thinking, well, I've eaten white rice my whole life, why change now? That's a fair question. But your body isn't the same as it was 20 years ago. Digestion slows down. Metabolism shifts. What you could get away with in your 40s or 50s might not work for you anymore. And that's not a bad thing, it just means your body is asking for different fuel that nourishes, that strengthens, that supports this new stage of life with grace and intention. And don't worry if all of this feels like a lot at once. Nobody expects you to change your entire pantry overnight. You're not trying to be perfect, you're trying to be better. Start with one thing. Buy one new grain. Swap one slice of bread. Try one new breakfast. That's how change happens, slowly, quietly, one smart decision at a time. Now before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what all of these habits really mean. Fiber isn't just about going to the bathroom more regularly, although that alone can make a world of difference. It's about reducing inflammation in the body, keeping your arteries clean, stabilizing your blood sugar, feeding your brain with the nutrients it needs, and giving your gut, the very center of your health, the support it deserves. Because when your gut is happy, your whole body is happier. You have more energy. You sleep better. You move with more ease. You feel less weighed down physically and emotionally. And over time, those little changes stack up. They become part of your routine. They become part of you. And isn't that what we all want? To feel better, not worse, as the years go by? To wake up in the morning and feel capable. To move through the day without that heavy, sluggish feeling. To live independently. To stay sharp. To laugh more. To feel proud of the care we're giving ourselves. That's why this matters. Not because someone told you to eat more oats or drink more water, but because you deserve to feel good. You've spent your life taking care of others, working hard, raising families, giving your energy to the world. Now it's time to give some of that care back to yourself. So if you've been struggling with digestion, if your energy has been low, or if you just want to take a step toward better health today, start with fiber. Start small. Start now, and remember, you're not alone. There's a whole community. Hear people just like you taking this journey one habit at a time. If any of this resonated with you, I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. Share what you're trying, what's working for you, or even what's been hard. We learn from each other here. We support each other. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. This channel is all about helping you live better after 60 with practical advice, motivation, and tools you can really use. When you subscribe, you're not just following a channel, you're joining a movement of seniors choosing to live with strength, purpose, and pride. Here's to smoother digestion, more energy, and a gut that works with you, not against you. Here's to small steps that lead to big change. And here's to living your best life every day, at every age. Take care, stay well, and I'll see you in the next video.